Hello, everybody, and welcome. Got a special edition episode here today, as we are going to discuss what has been a really hot topic lately in the land of social media and YouTube right now. And that is none other than the subject matter of the band Styx. So it seems like everywhere you go lately, all you see is Styx this, Styx that. Another thing with Styx is they just started their 2024 summer tour last week, and they're out on the road with Foreigner, who's doing their farewell, and John Waite. And Styx is closing one night, usually Foreigner the next. They got like a rotation going there, which is pretty cool. And I was actually fortunate enough to catch the second night of the tour in Cleveland, Ohio at the Blossom Music Center. So if you want to find out more and see some pictures from that show, definitely check out the website edition at rockshowcritique.com. You'll see it right on the front page when you go to it, and then let us know. Leave us some comments. Let us know what you think of everything. You got two YouTube channel people going back and forth over this whole Styx issue. And I figure, while it's a hot subject, let me just jump in and give my 2 cents. You could take it for what it's worth. But I hope that my view will definitely, shed some light on everything here. You know, so basically, you know, there's been ever since Dennis DeYoung left Styx, all you ever hear is people clamoring for him to come back, and obviously, it's never going to happen. It's been since 1999, and here we are in the year 2024. So sadly, it's never going to happen. So there's no hope for anything on that kind of a scale where he's ever going to go back out and tour with these guys, because it would have happened by now. No doubt about that. So everybody's hoping, well, maybe he'll get together with them in some capacity. So yeah, the only way I see that happening is if for some reason the band ever gets nominated for the Rock Hall of Fame, and heaven forbid if they ever get selected to be in with that nomination. um, I can't see Dennis DeYoung not being up on stage when they do get inducted. I would assume right now it's only a matter of time. And the reason why I say that is because if you look back around 1981, the four biggest bands arguably were REO Speedwagon, who had just come out in late 1980 with High Infidelity, which is now a diamond certified album. Of course, Styx came out a couple months later in January of 1981 with the amazing Paradise Theater, which is 3 times platinum right now. And then the next band was Foreigner, coming out with Foreigner 4 in July of 1981, and that's been certified 6 times platinum. And then bringing up the rear, but definitely not the worst of the lot, is Journey, who had come out with Escape in 1981 of July, the same month as Foreigner 4, and that's now been also certified diamond. And what do all these bands have in common? Well, they were the biggest bands at that time that all seemed to come together from that. You got REO and Styx from the Midwest there. You have, of course, Journey from San Francisco, the Bay Area, and then you got Foreigner, who was put together. Um, Mostly at that point, it was mostly the Foreigner 4 version. At that point, they had pared down from the original lineup. Um, but these are the bands that were pretty much taking all the feed from the airwaves. Every time you looked, one of those four groups was pretty much being played on the radio in some capacity. And now Journey obviously was inducted in the Hall of Fame. And of course, this year, Foreigner finally has found their way in. So I can't see REO and Styx not being too far behind here. I mean, come on now. I mean, if you look at the list of accolades and achievements that Styx came out with, they got more positive things here than many bands that are already in the hall. So let's start off. I'll just rip off a few off the top of my head. 5 platinum studio albums, 4 gold studio albums, 16 top 40 hits, with 8 of those making the top 10, including a #1, and 16 studio albums. Every single one of those studio albums has charted, even the later albums, which, is quite a feat because if you look at a lot of these bands nowadays that were bigger back in the 70s or 80s, they release new albums. It just kind of falls by the wayside or falls on deaf ears or no one's playing it. But Styx still has that formula. They still have people out there buying those new records. And that's just simply it tells you how what a feat and how solid this band is all the way throughout their whole career. So my take is the only way you're going to see Dennis get back with Styx is probably just up on the stage during the Rock Hall induction when that happens. It's only a foregone conclusion, I would say, at this point, but I don't see him performing at that Hall of Fame ceremony. I just don't see that happening. Not with the way things are between everybody right now. And sadly, another reason why I did this video, because I didn't really like the fact that there was one kind of big outlet out there who definitely said a few things that really didn't need to be said. They had mentioned that JY, James Young, and Chuck Panazzo belong in a nursing home. They're too old to be out there, he's saying, judging by the recent pictures that he's seen. I mean, keep those opinions to yourself, buddy. I mean, there's not really a need to say something negative like that. That's not really called for. I just seen these guys. It's just not. There's no call for it. And then he said a lot of other disparaging marks in the past. It's like they're beating a dead horse. This is not going to happen. It would have happened by now with Dennis returning. They're just band's doing fine. Everything's moving right along. Everybody's happy, and looks like Dennis has not even decided to return to touring anymore. He hasn't toured in quite a number of years now since before the pandemic. So at this point, there's not really any reason to surmise that anything is going to happen. And, I just hope that everybody lays this to rest because, unless they have a change of heart and there is something happening at the Rock Hall induction, whenever that will be, it's about the only time I could see something even possibly remotely happening here. So, it is what it is. And that's what we got to accept as fans, whether you're fan of Styx or you're a fan of Dennis or Lawrence Gowan or Tommy Shaw or James Young or whoever's in the band. So definitely that's how we're going to leave it here. And just wanted to chime in with our 2 cents on this whole uh, take on Styx and stay tuned for future episodes.